Hi, my name is Katie Singheiser, and my systematic review is evaluating the effectiveness of social media interventions for weight loss. During this oral abstract, I'm going to cover the background information, the objective of my review, the methods, results, and conclusion. So let's get started. Obesity is the result of an imbalance between energy intake and energy expenditure, which results in excessive weight gain. It can be caused by genetic, cultural, societal, pharmacological, or biochemical factors. Obesity rates have steadily increased since the 1980s, and currently there are 500 million obese adults worldwide. Obesity is associated with cardiovascular disease, dyslipidemia, insulin resistance, diabetes, stroke, gallstones, sleep apnea, and cancer. Treatments for obesity incorporate a multidisciplinary approach. Management often includes dietary modification, behavior interventions, medications, or surgical interventions. Healthcare professionals working in this area often utilize an individualized approach to promote weight control among clients. As we continue through the digital age, many practitioners are experimenting with a cyber approach to weight intervention by incorporating social media into clients' behavior interventions. So, as you guys probably already know, social media has become a constant part of our lives and is interwoven into our culture. MySpace, the first social media site, launched in 2003 and reached 1 million active daily users by 2004. MySpace was quickly followed by the creation of Facebook in 2004, YouTube in 2005, and Twitter in 2006. With so many avenues to connect with people online and the different platforms used for varying purposes, I think we forget there's a common definition for all these types of platforms. So I've included the definition for social media on this slide. Like I said before, social media is an integral part of our culture and should be explored as an avenue to reach a greater number of people. Modern platforms, as we know them today, have been around for nearly 20 years, so it's safe to say they're not going away, anytime soon at least. With approximately 3.96 billion people utilizing social media on a daily basis, dietitians should meet clients where they are, online. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown that people are willing and capable of utilizing online tools. So, social media could be a viable option to promote and educate about weight loss. So, with that in mind, the purpose of my systematic review is to see if weight loss interventions delivered via social media are effective and result in the participants losing weight. For my methods section, I use CINAHL, PubMed, and Agricola to find research. To ensure the results I found met my objective, I used the following keywords and phrases: nutrition program, weight loss, and social media. These search terms gave me a lot of results, 350 to be exact, some relevant and some not so much. So to narrow down my results, I drafted a set of inclusion and exclusion criteria, eliminated 189 based on publication date, duplicates, publication language, and source type. I further analyzed the remaining 161 and eliminated 131 based on my criteria. From these 30, I used the A&D Evidence Analysis Library to evaluate the strength of my sources. I pulled the 8 strongest and most relevant studies to use in this systematic review. The research has shown that social media-based weight loss interventions result in increased physical activity and more healthful food choices. Research has shown that participants who participate in social media weight loss interventions lose more weight than participants who received printed materials or were in the control groups. So essentially, social media based weight loss interventions do result in weight loss among participants. To conclude, kind of just restating the results, participants who participate in social media weight loss interventions do lose weight. However, further research should be done to determine the best practices for participants to have long-term results, because a lot of the results in the studies were short-term, or the studies can only last for so long, so we're not sure if they kept up those results. Future research should also find a way to make sure that the messages were read, because they would send them and they weren't sure if participants were reading them. There's also a need for larger studies and more accurate login data to determine how long participants were interacting with the social media. And then here are my references. All right. I look forward to giving my presentation later on this month, and hopefully you learned something about social media. And if you didn't, I will cover that at the end of March. Okay, bye.